Mill and P. Diddy did what? Every day there is a main story on the internet, and the goal is to never be it. Unfortunately, for P. Diddy and Meek Mill, they're...
That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
Like, everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the going on, but I just heard slapping against. I heard niggas struggling to take. I heard niggas being like, yeah. Like when he started all that and daddy, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this shit.
Well, Jaguar Wright is calling on that and claiming that Nicki Minaj was the one who leaked that audio, and the reason she did so was to get back at Meek.
And if Milk running the ramp, talking about expensive pain,
and man name drops a woman, and this is a woman to sell an album when I was the only person in your artist corner when everyone turned their back on them. And I went and sat down in a meeting with Obama, President Obama.
The music industry is no stranger to scandals. But this one? Oh, it's about to get even wilder. With Diddy's recent arrest sending shockwaves through Hollywood, new details are emerging that have everyone talking, including some shocking receipts from Nicki Minaj herself. Yep, the queen of rap just dropped a bombshell, claiming Meek Mill and Diddy teamed up to deceive her into their infamous freak-offs. Allegations have swirled for years, but now, with Diddy's downfall, it looks like we're getting the tea straight from Nicki. Was Meek really involved in Diddy's shady dealings? And how deep does this story go? You don't want to miss this. Let's dive in.
she been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Y'all, this drama is packing some insanity because, according to Jaguar Wright, Nicki Minaj might be the mastermind behind that jaw-dropping leaked video of Meek Mill and Diddy.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
This Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
It's a lot.
You all right? It's good, bro.
You know what he made a song about this? He made a song about what he did to Diddy? I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Meek Mill did it with Diddy.
This drama is exploding, with Jaguar Wright stirring things up by suggesting Nicki Minaj could be behind the shocking leaked video involving Meek Mill and Diddy. The rumor is that Nicki did this as revenge for how Meek treated her years ago, as she's been holding on to a grudge for the past 8 years. Some say Nicki paid the bodyguard to take the blame for the leak. To add more fuel to the fire, there are also rumors about Diddy and Meek possibly being romantically involved, especially after Lil Rod filed a lawsuit claiming Diddy took Meek to unknown locations. Now, social media is on fire with the leaked video, leaving everyone in disbelief. It feels like something out of a Hollywood movie, and Nicki Minaj seems determined to make a statement. Buckle up, because this drama is far from over.
It's pretty easy to tell that whoever wrote the recent lawsuit against the wannabe rapper/producer reads this website on a pretty regular basis. They even use some of the same clues in their blind items. And I said before, and I'm saying again, no, that's because the blind item has been recording crimes that have been reported to them instead of the police for the past 20 years.
Obama, President Obama, Ross was there and texted, this chick is a keeper. She went in a room full of rappers and spoke to Obama, and the first thing out of her mouth was about you. And then you come out on an album when it's time to sell some weak-ass album and try to disrespect Nicki Minaj?
It's been 6 years since Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill broke up, but their relationship drama is still grabbing attention. News stories are coming out about the rocky 2 years they spent together, with Nicki sharing some shocking details herself. Can you believe there are claims that he spat on her. It's hard to wrap your head around. Thinking back, wasn't their relationship one of the most surprising in the rap world? Even though they both ran in the same circles, nobody expected them to get together back in 2015. But love works in mysterious ways, right? At first, everything seemed great. Meek even joined Nicki on her Pink Print tour, opening for her during the North American shows. And they looked happy. But after a couple of good years, things got bad, and they eventually broke up. At first, it wasn't clear what caused the split, but their snarky posts on social media hinted at growing tensions. Things really heated up when Nicki shared a sneak peek of her docuseries Queen, which was then set to air on HBO Max. Even though the clip was short, it showed a deeply emotional side of Nicki that fans don't usually get to see.
I remember when my mother would let my father be with her, and she always brings up the story. As a little girl, I would stand in front of my mother and go like this.
In the teaser, Nicki got emotional as she opened up about a very personal topic, showing her vulnerable side. It was clear that this was tough for her to talk about. Even though she shared some of her truth, she avoided naming anyone or directly blaming a specific person. She left out key details, which led fans to guess who she might be referring to and when the incident happened.
And I vowed, that's why I'm, maybe some people would describe me as a or a bitch or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life.
But things took an interesting turn when not long after Nicki shared this clip from her docuseries, Meek Mill hit her with a cease and desist letter, basically telling her to keep quiet about him in the series. Quite a twist, right? Before Meek, Nicki had a 14-year relationship with Safari Samuels, and after Meek, she briefly dated Nas for about a year. So it's possible she could have been talking about any of these guys, but the fact that Meek reacted with legal action made everyone point fingers at him, wondering if he was the one Nicki was referring to.
Who was I gonna inspire when I had nothing in me to give? I let one human being make me so low that I didn't even remember who I was.
To make things even more heated, old clips of Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill started popping up all over the internet, like mushrooms after the rain. One video in particular caught people's attention. It showed a disturbing moment where Meek seemed to treat Nicki poorly in public, making her, he said, really got to her. It was like watching her emotions change right in front of you, which sparked a lot of talk. And let's not forget the shady stuff Meek did after their breakup. Imagine dissing your ex in a song right after she announces her engagement. When Nicki got engaged to Kenneth Petty, Meek wasted no time dropping a track with lyrics like, "This crap is beyond me. You was supposed to be my Beyonce. Now you this and fiancé? What?" It felt like a cheap shot hinting that Nicki had downgraded by choosing Kenneth. Get ready because things get even juicier. In 2020, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty were minding their own business when they unexpectedly ran into Meek Mill. What started as a random meeting quickly turned into a heated argument, ending with Meek being escorted out of the store. Classic drama, right? But it doesn't stop there. Just when things couldn't get more chaotic, Meek stirred the pot by liking a shady social media post that mocked Kenneth's fashion sense, comparing him to a mannequin. It was a messy move, to say the least.
Recently did an interview with Boss Talk 101 podcast, and he had a couple things to say about Diddy grooming him.
So I was like, "Hey, what's good?" I said, "What's cracking?" He said, "We didn't see you tonight at the BET Awards." Phone rang, and put it on speaker. I said, "Who is this?" He said, "What you doing?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm at the crib, the Beverly Hills Hotel." I said, "Oh, for real?" So who over there? "Just me." He said, "I'm over here at the Beverly Hills Hotel." I said, "Oh, for real?" So who over there? "Just me."
But is that grooming or is that just shooting a shot?
That's just you.
Diddy, Love, or dance?
It's all over there.
Nicki had enough and took to Twitter to call Meek out, saying things like trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers, obsessed with the queen. She didn't stop there, adding that Meek had been checking her page for a year, trying to see her man, but finding himself blocked. telling him to move on, and even mentioning how he panicked during their store confrontation. Nicki also clapped back on Instagram, calling Meek a clown who was desperate for attention and hinting that his social media antics came from being intimidated by real men. With her words, she seemed to accuse Meek of being physically aggressive during their relationship.
He also had something to say about grooming in Hollywood, period.
Meet your people that you've looked up to, or like all that are saying they are, we can start with R. Kelly.
Like, the part that stuck out to me is that he said, it's a lot more quiet than are actually talking, and this not even going to anybody specific.
Like that's a predator's device. On that so many talented artists, more that have ever spoke up. There's more quiet than there are talking.
The back and forth between Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj heated up even more when Meek responded by accusing her of trying to ruin his career by saying he hit women. He brought up her brother's and husband's past, mentioning how Nicki knew about her brother's conviction for SA and even helped pay for his lawyer. Meek also hinted that Nicki wanted him to fight her current boyfriend, but he wasn't going to fall for it.
In Meek's situation, and I read a very interesting article in what I consider to be a great magazine the other day about Meek's situation. It really broke down what was going on, and it filled in a lot of gaps from that writer's point of view in the research. And we find Meek in a situation where people are very much rallying around him because of what they can see as, and I'm using this term very gently, serious inconsistencies. And I wonder, for someone that you spend, a considerable part of your life with, that you obviously, you just don't stop caring about people, I don't think. But it's up to you. What your feeling is about that, and
you know what, I don't want to talk about legal things, but I will say that every now and then I think about, anyway, I won't go there. I'll save some of those things for my album, and I'm also shooting a documentary.
Whenever someone argues with Nicki, they often bring up her brother and husband's legal issues. So it wasn't shocking that Meek went there. He didn't stop, saying Nicki was willing to put her man at risk because she was losing, and claimed the whole industry now knew she was a bad person. Meek added that he left her because of what she allegedly knew about her brother. But Nicki didn't stay quiet. She fired back by calling out Meek's history of physical maltreatment towards women. Refusing to let his accusations go unanswered, she revealed, "You hit your own sister and taped it, spit on her and taped it, kicked me in front of your mother and sent her to the hospital. Sucking Drake's D made you feel tough again. Move on." Imagine talking about an alleged essay of a child to hurt someone who wasn't involved just so people can dislike me. You can never stand on your own. You won't tell people the mother is on tape asking me for $20 million to make the charges go away, though you was around. See you soon. And with that revelation, Nicki Minaj unequivocally confirmed that Meek was indeed the boyfriend who subjected her to maltreatment. In response, Meek fired back, stating, "Surrounded by bad guys. Talking what? Stop playing. You picked a great time to be saying I ever put my hands on you. You full of hate. And the whole industry know you full of hate. And your bag getting low, so you want to destroy me." He continued, "I can't believe y'all industry people let these people survive this long in the game, knowing they're really nasty people and have a nasty upbringing. Everybody really know what's going on. I'm powerful, and I'm never scared to speak up. For clarification, I don't hit women, and I don't let my interview be filled with questions about her or any situation to do with her when I come out to do press for my new album. No devil's tricks. My girl is with me, pregnant. Watching me tweet about my ex is very clownish. I'm a exit." This controversy ignited a firestorm on the internet, and it's not every day that two rappers become embroiled in such public turmoil.
Eating milk, running the ramp, talking about expensive pain. In his
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack. Wait a minute.
Fruit Loop, he Diddy-fied.
This is Philly.
He's a deep period. He Diddy-fied, he Diddy-fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was
When Nicki opened up about her experience with domestic maltreatment, she faced skepticism and was even accused of lying, a sad reality that many women deal with when they bravely share their stories. The culture of victim blaming and doubt makes things even harder, especially when survivors don't come forward right away. So it's easy to see why Nicki might want revenge on her perpetrator by exposing him to public shame, even if that meant dragging others like Diddy into the situation.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was Nicki put that up there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off. in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop shit on Meek. She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
Here's where it gets interesting. At the time, Nicki was managed by Diddy, while Meek was with Roc Nation, owned by Diddy's close friend, Jay-Z. Rumors began to swirl that Diddy had some sort of involvement with Meek, adding to Nicki's feelings of betrayal. Not only did Meek allegedly mistreat her, but he was also said to be cheating on her with someone she saw as a mentor. This shocking discovery led Nicki to cut ties with Diddy, realizing he had been playing a role in enabling Meek's behavior. It's a messy situation filled with betrayal, where trust and loyalty were broken for personal gain.
Oh, he made a song about this? He made a song about what he did to Diddy? I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Meek Mill did it with Diddy!
The situation takes an even darker twist as reports suggest that Diddy and Jay-Z worked together to block Nicki's documentary. The same one that set Meek off after she shared a teaser. Apparently, Jay-Z wanted to protect his artist, while Diddy was trying to save his own image, as Nicki's revelations could expose both him and Meek Mill. But Nicki was smart and played the long game. Rumor has it, she secretly took photos and videos of Meek and Diddy during their meetings and held onto them for leverage. She knew the risks of going up against powerful figures like Diddy and Jay-Z, so she didn't release anything right away.
How is that? How is that in the studio when you're doing that moment?
Oh, it's a war going on in the studio.
What do you mean?
It's Nicki want to do one thing and I want to do one thing too, so you know.
So how does that work? Who wins? I would imagine she wins all the time, no?
Yeah, most of the time she wins, but it'd be like a World War III.
Instead, Nicki waited for the perfect moment. When Diddy came under fire for his treatment of women and Lil Rod's lawsuit came out revealing Diddy's affair with Meek, Nicki saw her chance. That's when she decided to release the incriminating footage, and her timing couldn't have been better. It was a tangled web of betrayal and secrets. Lil Rod's lawsuit sent shockwaves through the industry, exposing Diddy's alleged bad behavior, and even hinted at big names like Usher and Meek Mill being involved in the mess.
Multiple lawsuits have been filed against Combs, including one by music producer Rodney Jones. Jones alleges sex trafficking and assault, also mentioning girls in the 79-page lawsuit. Claims made by Jones include hidden cameras in the rap mogul's home, saying, quote, Mr. Combs allegedly threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face in order to get what he wants. According to law enforcement, federal agents with Homeland Security seized computers and other electronic devices at Combs' home in Holmby Hills and Miami.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
According to court documents, Diddy allegedly told Mr. Jones that he had been intimate with a rapper and R&B artist and Stevie J. On top of that, Diddy supposedly offered to help Mr. Jones win Producer of the Year at the Grammys in exchange for engaging in gay acts. A footnote in the documents identified the rapper as someone who had dated Nicki Minaj, while the R&B artist performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Las Vegas residency.
Hello, everyone. Until further notice, I will not be performing at any gigs or anything like that. For security reasons, my family, friends, and everyone close to me just feels like there's a lot of potential threats, and everybody's just telling me what he's allegedly capable of, and it's very scary for myself, and it has me worried about my kids, and just sleeping with anxiety and different things like that. So just moving forward, just want to pause on everything until we know that it's clear and safe for me to come back outside of work. I appreciate you all for your love and support, and everybody that knows me, etc. Thank you so much. Love.
Once people started putting the clues together, it didn't take long for them to make the connections. Usher, famous for his Super Bowl shows and Vegas residencies, seemed to fit the bill for the R&B artist. As for the rapper, Meek Mill, who had a well-known relationship with Nicki Minaj and loved the spotlight, quickly became the likely candidate. It didn't take a genius to figure it out. But when the lawsuit hit the internet, all hell broke loose. Meek Mill became the center of attention, getting dragged online like he was the Thanksgiving turkey at a family roast.
Wow.
I be waking up in the bed, see Nicki, and just go back to sleep like, oh, this must be a dream. Let me wake back up again.
And by the way, that's all a girl wants from her man. She probably loves that you look at her like that.
Yeah, sometimes she be knowing, but sometimes she don't.
Oh, when she's sleeping, she don't know.
Yeah.
How challenging and difficult was it for you being in a relationship with someone you cared about that was at odds with a group of friends that you care about?
Oh God, it was one of the hardest parts of my career to date, ever. Yeah, because at the time I did love both of them, and I couldn't erase the love that I had for my team.
Meek Mill has never been shy about throwing shade, especially towards people he suspects might identify as LGBTQ+, all while trying to keep up his tough guy image. But when rumors started swirling about him getting close to Diddy in private, it revealed a pretty obvious double standard. The internet was quick to call him out, and Meek found himself overwhelmed by the backlash. In an attempt to shift the focus, he went on a social media rant, painting himself as the victim and claiming that people were trying to tear down another successful black man. Using deflection tactics, he ranted, saying he would go off on any celebrity who tried to make a move on him and that he's from Philly, so he's always on guard in the industry. He also blasted those accusing him of being gay, saying that black blogs were trying to twist the story to ruin his image. Meek argued that despite these attempts to destroy black leaders like him, he's too strong to be taken down and would only grow bigger in the face of adversity. Meek Mill continued his rant, insisting that he doesn't do narcotics like coke or molly, and no one would even offer it to him because of his tough reputation. He claimed that no man would ever approach him about anything gay, and expressed his frustration at seeing rumors about him on every blog, acting like people knew the truth about him. Meek also talked about how he keeps his circle small, always surrounding himself with his real friends whenever he's around industry people. He mentioned that you'd never see him alone with anyone from the industry, and even if he was talking to someone, his friends are always nearby. Addressing his relationships, Meek joked that when he has a girl around, he's making love with her twice a day, and that people shouldn't try to control him. He also added that while he respects the LGBTQ+ community, he's only interested in women, saying he's even gone out of his way to get that feeling. He ended by calling out people online, saying that they were acting like devils for spreading rumors.
Meek Mill chilling after all the Diddy allegations.
I haven't seen. Give my mama 10 bands just like Breeze. I done made the bandits so right down on the knees. Like shorty should be praying to God. She really praying to me. Baby, if I never had money, would you be on my team? I check my phone before we make it seems. Oh yeah, the I was on some different
Someone should have definitely taken Meek's phone away because his constant talking only made things worse and made him look guilty. Instead of staying quiet like Usher, Meek couldn't help but keep going, which just embarrassed him even more. Remember how he claimed he's never been alone with anyone from the industry without his crew? Well, that was clearly a lie, as he's been seen spending plenty of private time with Diddy. Those casual poolside hangouts had fans raising more than just eyebrows, leading to speculation about what really happened during those meetups. And did Diddy actually call him Daddy? That's just strange. Grown men calling each other Daddy definitely raises some questions.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Diddy's comments about Meek working hard and needing some relaxation only made things worse, causing even more speculation about what was really going on between them. But here's where things get interesting. Meek may have let the truth slip in one of his songs. His lyrics seem to hint at private moments with Diddy, almost like he was asking for forgiveness. Talk about airing your own dirty laundry for everyone to hear. And just when it seemed like the drama couldn't get any crazier, Diddy's former bodyguard dropped an audio bombshell that has everyone talking. It feels like something out of a Hollywood thriller, and honestly, it's the kind of thing you'd want to forget as soon as you hear it. It's that shocking. I'm not even sure I want to include this audio in this video. Trust me, I'm battling with myself out here just because of how disturbing it is. But here, listen at your own cost. Hey, I gave you a warning.
They had a recording of Meek and Diddy
making love.
I don't know if it was love.
Yo, wait a minute. Wait,
You didn't hear this?
No.
Now, Miran,
yeah.
What does that sound authentic?
It absolutely. Oh my God.
Yeah, just really give it a good listen.
That's how intense it is. But let me tell you, it spread like wildfire across social media, leaving people absolutely shaken to their core. According to the ex-bodyguard, he recorded the audio during one of Diddy's infamous parties, where Diddy allegedly decided to spike the champagne. And here's the kicker. While everyone else ended up passed out from the alcohol, it was just him, Diddy, and Meek left standing.
Everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, when he started all that. And then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this.
Jaguar Wright isn't buying it and is alleging that Nicki Minaj was the mastermind behind leaking that audio, driven by a desire to retaliate against Meek Mill. If you've been paying attention, you might have noticed that Nicki has been hinting at this for quite some time.
All right, but do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
You said what?
She chose not to directly point the finger at Diddy because she didn't want to be the one to expose him. Fans quickly weighed in on the situation, with one saying, "You know someone's guilty when they defend themselves as hard as Meek did. I'm glad she leaked it. It's justice for how he treated her." Another fan added, he even teamed up with Remy Ma to throw shade at Nicki, Meek's former best friend. Dean went live and shared how Meek mistreated Nicki. No wonder she told him, "Don't drop the soap," when he went to jail. But what are your thoughts on all this? Let me hear them in the comments. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more episodes.